Hey gents, today I decided I'd do a bit of an opinion video. This video I will be discussing how I believe the United States military 1940s group could improve itself. Now of course you can be dim and dislike the video, but I would much prefer a professional counter-argument to a certain point in the comments. That really would be much nicer. Alright, let's start. And please, listen to my points.
Toxicity.
Now the first point I want to discuss is the somewhat toxicity in the group. I feel like it's gotten way less toxic over the past year, but it's still present. It's not blatant toxicity either, it's more of a hidden in plain sight kind of thing. Basically I'm talking about people who hold grudges for God knows how long. I'm talking about people who create biases and don't let them go. I'm talking about divisional competition here. There's so much hidden toxicity. So first off, the grudge part. I feel like when a person holds a grudge against another person, it creates a toxic environment that makes the victim feel uncomfortable. Also, holding a grudge is extremely immature and really stupid. Yeah, you can be mad at someone, that's understandable, but you have to learn to forgive and forget. If we do that as a community, we'll be so much better off. And the bias part. That's really making a decision about someone or something that's automatically negative because you have a bias. Now, that just causes a loop of negativity. The victim of the situation feels bad and because of that doesn't decide to recommend this group to other people because a bad opinion was formed. It also shows immaturity in the ranks, which is unacceptable. Then because this victim doesn't recommend the group to their friend, the group loses a potential member, all because one stupid decision was made on a bias. I feel like the only way we can really fix this is to fix ourselves. We have to not let that bias come up. We have to learn to forgive a person when they screw up and make every decision on an unbiased agenda. If you really aren't capable of doing that, ask someone else to reveal all parts of the situation and then make a decision. Finally, divisional competition. Now, friendly competition isn't a bad thing at all. It's in our nature. The problem is when that competition becomes toxic. I'm talking about when members of a specific division go raiding other divisions, talking smack about other divisions, just being negative in general, the people of other divisions and the division itself. When I was in the greater Elementic realm, the reason they thrive is because they have a strong community. They thrive because people get along and the divisions work fabulously together. Now, I believe the divisional toxicity stemmed from the lack of joins in a certain division. One division feels bad about not getting enough members, so instead of proving why said division is great and glorious, you go out and jab another division and steal their members. Also, you know who you are. Member stealing in general is disgusting behavior, but doing it in a promise for return of a rank is truly morbid.
Branches.
So basically the branch situation is regarding the branches in the last few months. In the last few months we saw the fall of the United States Navy and then the rise of the United States Air Force. The Navy had fallen because of stupid leadership that led to its downfall. It really disheartens me because Lydites served proudly in the Navy, and to see something so great go is Vilema, or against the natural order. After that, the United States Air Force, created in 1947, was made. Now, from a surface perspective, this would be fine because the group is based on the 40s, after all. However, you have to look deep underneath the surface. The era is in the 40s, but the theme is what keeps the group alive, and the theme is World War II, so it wouldn't have made sense to make it anyway. Thankfully for the group and certain realism, that fell to inactivity and is now under the Army branch as a corps, which is much more realistic. Honestly though, my problem was mainly that the Navy shut down. It was something that made the group what it is. I feel like it shutting down just ruined an aspect of the group because it was the branch. It was the branch you went to when you weren't really interested in the basic combat, tank, or airborne division. It had a much more relaxed emphasis on it and it was home to so many. It was like the odds went out of branches and that can't go. That can't go because truthfully a lot of the members of the group are oddballs and misfits and we like to roleplay but not rush it. We like to have fun and that was really taken away from us. I understand why people are saying that it can't reopen and that it's to do with not enough group support and no leadership. Now there are a lot of people who could lead really. I could do it if I really wanted to. I'm not saying I'd be 100% perfect at it, but it'd be alright and I could make it appeal to people. I could make it appeal because I'm a people's person, really. Another aspect of it is that we don't have enough group support. I feel like that's misinformation because the group support is slowly going to die down as people forget how great the Navy really was. Also, people who were in the Navy are going to slowly leave and then we will never have, we're not going to have people that were in the, basically it's going to die down. It's the opposite of exponential. It's sure activity isn't the greatest, but that's why you take it slow and open Navy fleets as the activity increases. Also, there's no perfect time to ever open a branch as activity fluctuates, much like the stock market. Moving on, I feel like in the long run, this would be beneficial to the group. It would be beneficial because it would appeal to a lot of people who prefer a slower run in the military, something more chillax. Therefore, members of the Navy would increase and so would military members. Yes, it can be risky, but it's a risk worth taking that would restore some life to the group. No, it's not going to go perfectly, but life is about learning to overcome and adapt every new adversity.
Leadership.
This one I won't discuss too much, but I will give my opinion on it. So a lot of people think the leadership of the group is bad. I think it gives off the impression that it's inactive though. I don't think it's inactive at all. It's just misunderstood. I've run a group before and I know how busying that can be on top of your own personal life. I understand Nick and Syntax and Sedwin are busy people, as expected. But if they would just host a rally or an inspection or even talk to people out of a formal manner, I feel like the bond would just be so much greater. I don't think they're bad people, I just think they could do more to make them seem active. Little things really, checking in on divisions, the people, things like that. We care for your group, now show us that you care for the people.
Trainings.
My absolute last point I'll discuss for today is trainings. It's not even that I have a problem with the trainings themselves, it's just the fact that no one makes anyone fall out anymore. Incompetency should not be promoted. It's common sense. The idiots and delinquents should be left at rock bottom. It's really simple. Now I understand you can whip someone into shape, but if they can't even follow a basic order from the start, don't even bother. My only other thing with training is that it's so overdone and repeated. Create a new type of training that people can actually enjoy. Stop patrolling and start philosophizing. I got it. I've discussed some basic and honest points in here. If you don't like them or disagree with them, counter me in the comments. Do it.